Hello. It's been a while since I've done one of these, as you can see by the amount of detritus that's probably accumulated on my shelves. And this, I'm not sure about this moustache. I don't know whether I should keep it or whether I don't know. Anyway, I've been watching a few videos recently, and I thought I would come back with one of my own, just for old time's sake. Hello to everyone. I'm not going to pick out individual people because I'm sure I'll forget somebody important. And to be honest, I watch that few videos these days that I don't even know who's still in existence. So I'll just crack straight on with the videos, with the records even. It's been that long since I've made a video that I've got a lot of stuff. So I've just picked out a selection. This was probably one of the most recent things I picked up. This is a Santana album. This period of Santana is actually really good. He did this album. He did one with John McLaughlin, and he did one with Alice Coltrane, and yeah, especially the second side of this is great. So this, if you ever see this, I mean, it's dirt cheap. I bought this off a local seller who actually didn't realise it was Santana, for less than £2. So, but I mean, you could buy off eBay for a £5 right now if you wanted, but well worth getting. I picked up this, the Durham or Decca Nova label is always worth getting if you can find them cheap enough. This is good. It's not the easiest of listens, but sometimes they're the most rewarding. Psychedelic, proggy, yeah, experimental stuff. But yeah, I got this pretty cheap. Another thing I got pretty cheap, which I'm kind of blown away by, was this, which is a test pressing of Grateful Dead's Europe '72. Now, I picked this up for less than I could have actually got a UK pressing of Europe '72, which is kind of unbelievable, really. But and it's a test pressing of the original pressing, or the original UK pressing, anyway. You know, including postage, I think I paid less than £15 for this. So I don't know whether that's, the Grateful Dead aren't that big over here, but I mean, I'm still kind of shocked at how this happened. But I've got a few Grateful Dead test pressings now, and that's probably the cream of the crop. Elastica, this is a original UK pressing of their first album. Now this, along with Supergrass's I Should Coco, was the first albums I ever bought, like proper albums anyway, I ever bought myself. I had them on cassette back in the mid-90s. And it always kind of reminds me of that last summer of school. Yeah, it was a great time, and such a great album, that you can't really go wrong with that. This is probably one of my biggest finds of the last few years. I found this in a junk shop Paid nothing for it, really. This is Bright Phoebus by Lowell and Mike Waterson. Now, it's folk. It's somewhere between Sergeant Pepper and The Wicker Man. And it's just like, I've never had an album recently that's affected me as much as this one probably has. This isn't the original press. I think this is the slightly slightly later one on the Highway label. I think the original one was on Trailer or Rounder or something like that. Trailer, I think it was. But I mean, if you see any pressing of this, there was even Domino did one quite recently, but it was unofficial one that got kind of stamped on. So if you see any version of this, I can highly recommend it. Whereas I would say Sergeant Pepper is like a fantastical circus, this is like you know, the carnival that comes to town and there's somebody drunk in a ditch. You know, it's it's amazing stuff. If you're into your folk or psychedelic folk, it's not actually that psychedelic. Acid folk maybe at times, but yeah, this was a game changer for me. Like, this would instantly probably go into my, you know, if I had to whittle my record collection down to not very many, 50, this would easily be one that I would keep. Courtney Pine. This is great. I've been looking out for some Courtney Pine for a while, and I found this in a charity shop. No, that's a lie, actually. I didn't find it in the charity shop. I found it in the local music shop in the sale section. And it was less than a £5. So if you ever see any Courtney Pine, brilliant jazz musician. Finally picked up Scott 3. I love Scott Walker, and I now have a few of his albums. I now have 1, 2 and 3. Still looking for number 4, which I think is going to be the trickiest one to find. But yeah, Scott Walker, I mean, you can't really go wrong with Scott Walker. And that cover is one of the best. It's funny, I actually I posted this on Instagram, and the lady that designed the cover, it's not the first time she's contacted me and said that she had designed this cover, and it's actually her eye. She said it's a photo of her eye, and it's the same lady that designed the Vertigo swirl logo. She worked for Philips in their design studio, so this is one of the things, and you really can't tell on like the CD version, but you can really see how she's painted in a lot of these eyelashes, which is just gives it that kind of slightly otherworldly look to it. But yeah, fantastic Scott Walker album. And finally, my favourite Velvet Underground album. First Velvet Underground album I had. This is the original UK pressing, I think, or it's maybe not first one, but certainly an early pressing. I can't honestly remember. But yeah, that's that. So coming up for 10 minutes. I want to try and keep this below 10 minutes. So I hope everyone's well. Take care, and I'd love to hear your comments.